Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad mo
Great time. And banning the puck, obviously, they want to get something that's going to be jumping around the map. They didn't. Wow.
Oh,
okay.
my.
No, wait, is this a mid morph? Because they feel like you can freely farm against the Storm. CS Palantimos 7 for 3. It's going to slow down a little bit. As we can see, Jibbe not getting a huge amount out of this lane.
No, definitely not. Mary's doing an excellent job.
Oh, and it's actually going to be down bottom there. The ODPixel will get the first blood moments before dying himself. But that'll be a worth from him, getting that first blood.
Really trying to dive versus this Wyvern.
We're going to catch him with the dust. Take up.
He's out
as well. He's still surrounded by the four of them, but pretty much the entire team's coming in to back him up. So this has now become a bit of an awkward spot for Water Rune and Joyce to find themselves, as they'll lose Mary. They'll lose BNC as well. Maybe even more.
Perhaps another.
I mean, Stoikov's going to try and jump onto Jibbe, but the ghosts are out. This is not a fight for the Storm to take.
Oh, it's a diving past the tower, because Palantimos definitely wants to increase a little more. He's still in a good spot, but definitely wants to keep boosting up that gold. He wants to be higher than that versus the Weaver. Farms a lot faster. Rune.
Stoikov. Trying to zip in and start off the action, but the curse is down, catching the three of them. Stoikov getting low. Ari able to jump into position. They'll take out the Storm. Toss onto ZYZZ. He's up to the high ground. Palantimos also having to escape the siphon of Jibbe. They're getting split up here, Water Rune and Joyce. He's into the breach. They'll continue to chase them down one by one. Mary being bullied by ODPixel off to the side. They'll zip forward here with a waveform. Cut through the Viper. Zip ZYZZ out of the game as well. 4 dead on Water Rune and Joyce.
Kind of the worst place for them to get caught, it feels like. In the river, this you don't really have that much team fights. Like, it's their ult from Luna is kind of their best one. On the other side, in the breach has tons of ults that they can utilize. And they have BKBs on most of the cores. Big on top, though.
For the next fight. Tiari is going to be able to get the jump in again onto Mary. Supreme with the follow-up. See, at the same time, Stoikov's ready to fight. We're going aggressively with the Arcane Rune, but Kadara able to protect himself with Cold Embrace. And we'll see Supreme go down. Now the silence onto the Storm. Taker trying to find it, but Stoikov is able to zip out in time. He'll get away. A trade that Water Rune and Joyce will be very happy with. Into the breach, of course, they won't. They want to keep this going, try and find more. Ari's able to jump into the side, gets the toss avalanche onto the two of them. BNC taken out. There's the follow-up from Kadara as he locks the two of them down. They surround Palantimos. Palantimos will fall.
What that was beautiful by Ari.
They might not be done yet. Ari, he's going to look to go again. He's in with an avalanche out of toss. I mean, we saw it against Secret. Ari on the tiny.
That was unbelievable though. Like the way that they constantly killing him before he gets like anything off. He got mech this time, but the last time he didn't get a single spell off. Now Roche. It's dropping Chen up in 10.
I mean, who's making the jump? How are you starting this? Boy, it's a 4-man rebound stun there as they initiate. Over to the side, Winter's Curse will be used, but they're able to split from this. Ari goes down, the Eclipse and the BKB is there from Palantimos. He pushes it towards the pit, and BNC was able to steal the Aegis. And they'll get it on the Viper. Water Rune and Joy is able to take this fight around the Roshan pit. Palantimos gets the triple.
I mean, Ziz making up for the entire game. A 4-man rebound? Yeah. Phenomenal. I mean, I'm totally shocked by the way that it went down, but the angle of approach is perfect. I can't believe Blink just walks in and takes the Aegis as well, too.
So back in action. It's the breach.
Still keep the fight.
Get the moves going.
Yep, they're still very strong. They still should have mostly the team fight advantage, but Blink just stands his ground.
Get the kill. I mean, Jibbe not able to trade with that. Off to the side, Stoikov does get caught in the combo of Ari. I see BNC continue to push forward. The curse will come out in time, allows the Taker to get the time lapse off. That's the Aegis taken out of the hands of BNC.
Oh, Taker's getting tripped up a little because that Mindbreaker, it looked like.
If we can go for BNC a second time, Ari. 2-man avalanche, but the BKB is off in time from BNC. Still though, the heals are there. Cold Embrace keeps Ari alive. Supreme trying to shift up, but Palantimos just stands his ground and shreds through the two of them.
Perfect situation for Glaives there, and he has all those auras that we were mentioning. I think they've got like everything that they wanted, at least in items. for now. We got all big pickups.
See if they can get the catch.
They see Mary. It's pretty far.
Looking pretty dead.
Ari.
He's already kind of baiting Palantimos into a bit of action, but Palantimos does have backup. Stoikov is going to go straight for the backlines, get on top of the Wyvern, take out the two supports. Ari and Kadara go down. With this, Water Rune enjoys. They're ready to push for more. They turn towards Jibe. Lucifer Beam comes crashing down. Stoikov cleans up the triple. Palantimos focused by Supreme and Oteka will finally come to an end, but Stoikov has the backup of BNC. The two of them looking to tackle the Morphling as they drag in Supreme. Supreme pops the lines and sort of getting both cores down to a point where they just couldn't really solidly turn back up into this. I mean, Supreme, as you say, just getting away with minimal HP in a very, very dangerous spot towards the end of that team fight.
Stoikov is scaling super hard now too, though, with his Luna. So they are getting this like really good dual core
back
scaling
in.
at the very least.
Most of the two supports again in trouble as they've lost Kadaro. They're trying to get Z's place. He's chilling on the cliff, and Stoikov's in with the backup. They'll zip over, get the grab onto Oteka if they've got enough damage to burst through him. Not quite. Oteka able to get the time lapse off. Nari jumps over towards BNC. BNC out of mana and soon to be out of HP as well. He'll get left behind by the rest of Water Rune Enjoys.
Already getting another snag. Playing a little too over-aggressive, Water Rune Enjoyers. Stoikov trying to push the limits.
Alright, before the curse comes out in a team fight, it's going to put his team in a pretty good spot.
His damage is pretty high too. He has the quiver, so
yeah. No,
should be able to burst the Wyvern very easily.
A long wrap around from
Ace
the
rune for
breach.
Palantimos. It's a good rune.
Oh, Ari's in with the jump. Starts things off onto Z's. They'll burst him low. They'll take him out. Stoikov's going to look towards the backlines. He's trying to find Kadaro. Kadaro, though, is going to hide up on the cliff, keeping himself alive with the cold embrace. Now Stoikov, he's pretty low on the mana, and BKB soon to come to an end. The curse will come out, trapping Z's and Palantimos as a buyback from the Marcy into a dieback. He's out of the game for 70 alongside that and Mary. Both supports down. And now with the jump for Ferrari, the toss back onto the Storm. He catches Stoikov. They'll take him out 3 down on Water Rune Enjoyers.
Clips.
See if they can get anything in the turnaround here. Palantimos is trying, but the rest of his team pretty much dead. Not having the control to set up for the damage he wants to do, and now he's in a scary spot. We'll be able to put the BKB turn and get one. In fact,
the
Suns for the Centaur, nearly causing the death of Oteka, may still do so. It does. The micro there from beyond the grave. Mary setting up for Palantimos to get a double. They're actually going to get Kadara as well out of this one.
But Supreme's coming back in to clean up.
Oh, and it is going to be a cleanup. BNC on his own. Jibe and Supreme, they'll slowly run him down. A long, drawn-out, chaotic fight, but at the end of it all, into the breach, end up being Supreme.
They do, and they do it really nicely with their constant resetting. And
pop the Lincolns. See the opening stun actually catching Supreme. We'll get caught by this rebound as well for the CZ. They continue to try and lock down this Morphling. But Morphling able to jump back over the side, turns towards Stoikov, but Stoikov commits him with the BKB. Palantimos has been completely abandoned here. They've run away to the side. Now they'll push back in around him.
Stoikov!
As they'll be able to take down the Wyvern. Stoikov does fall. Oteka puts the BKB and cleans up the two of them. Z's and Stoikov go down.
Stoikov was doing God's work.
Maybe a bit sooner than, 46 minutes into the game, as they have been excellent in some of the mid-game fights. They're going to look to start things. To Jibe, but Jibe able to put the BKB, the cheese, the ult, it's out. And Palantimos with his BKB, he's having a run. He's having to get out of here. Supreme's looking to chase him, closing the gap with the waveform. That's Palantimos going down. See Stoikov zipping back to the temporary safety of his base. Ari nearly catching him with the avalanche. Catches Aziz instead as they take out Marcy. Palantimos in with the second life. Just wants to pay here to try and turn things around.
They got to get more, though. Luna bought back.
And Supreme's going to put the Manta. Stoikov's very, very low on mana. He's just going to straight up die. Pushes himself beyond the limits. And gets punished. Be able to stop this. Supreme getting a little bit low, which does have that Aegis. They'll be able to take it out of him pretty quickly. A curse gets dropped, but it's only onto the Viper. Zip across from Stoikov as he looks towards Kadara. Does get caught by the silence, is able to remove it. And then we'll actually continue zipping aggressively. Pots the BKB, gets back in on top of Kadara. They're able to take down the Wyvern. And now turn towards the Oteka, but Oteka pots the BKB. He's able to get the kill. They get the toss on the Palantimos. Palantimos has the BKB. Hurricane Pike's back up to the high ground, trying to get away here from into the breach.
They'd like to move the Refresher Shard in as well. if they even want to use it. They have a DD also on the morph, and they have another refresher shard also on the morph, so.
Stoikov is going to try and start things. Gets in on top of Rotaker. Z's jumps in onto Supreme, but Supreme is going to be saved. So able to get the BKB off and zip to the side there, thanks to the time. That's finding that second chance to live. Still, the Palantimos pushing on. Cuts through Kadaro, now will force into the breach to retreat. Stoikov, he's trying to chase, pretty much uses his entire mana pool to get in on top of the Weaver. Will die for it, but was able to get the setup, but Rune enjoys to kill off a Taker. They'll now turn towards Supreme. Supreme using the BKB in the waveform to get away. Jibe now surrounded. Z's jumps back in, but the BKB's up from Jibe. Rune enjoys kiting them out for now. Jump from Ari over towards Z's, but now Ari's in trouble. He's getting focused down by the Luna and the Viper. It's a third hero dead on into the breach as Rune enjoys their holding.
The Viper and the Luna able to hold their ground next to the Chen.
Yeah, I've got that illusion rune that Palantimos was able to pick up, so that will help deal with a couple of the waves coming in.
Yeah,
Mary! Oop! He's going to get caught, but Stoikov, he's going to go straight away for the jump onto Supreme. Try and get in on top of the morphing. BNC steps forward as well. The Viper trap. Palantimos comes in with the BKB in the hole. They're bringing Supreme down very, very low. Supreme has the waveform off to the side. Keep his distance for now from the Lina. Palantimos turns over towards Kadaro. Now turns over towards Zari. Stoikov again with these aggressive setups. Getting in, setting up for Palantimos to clean up the kills, and they're ready to try for more. Hex there onto Jibe. He'll get time-lapsed by a Taker, but it only just drags him closer towards the enemy team as he still goes down. 3 dead on into the breach, and it's possibly more. Taker and Supreme trying to deal with the fact that Rune enjoys are running them down, but they cannot turn and fight. BNC's going for it. He's going for it. I mean, they'll want to get involved on this into the breach. I mean, Stoikov, he's going to be ready to go. See BNC put the BKB in an attempt to finish with the Roshan. Take enters to the BNC. Will still be able to get the Aegis. Aegis on the Viper. See Stoikov getting caught by the Avalanche toss, but it's not enough to deal with him as Stoikov turns, takes out Kadaro. Kadaro buys back immediately. They've got to try and help out Supreme. Supreme pops the BKB, turns towards Stoikov, but Supreme, he's getting shredded once again by the Palantimos. Luna has to get away from this lineup of Rune enjoys that's running them down and take a pops the time lapse, but they've got the vision on him. Stoikov zips in, drags him back with a Vortex. That's the Weaver gone. As Rune enjoys, they'll be able to grab the Aegis. I believe they grab the cheese as well.
And the Aghanims.
Well, for who's he?
Well, Stoikov wants 4 mana regen instead, so whatever.
All right.
Aegis, cheese. They're looking to push themselves. Ari, toss back.
Gonna get him in pretty deep. BNC,
big pull.
Able to force down to the side. He's going to be fine, this Viper. Supreme will jump the backlines this time, able to take out Mary. They've taken out the Chen. See if that's going to be the key for them to take the rest of the team fight. Mary buys back. He's ready to rejoin the team as he T-pose over towards the outpost.
I mean, you can just mouse over and have fun with seeing the range of Spirit Siphon.
So then Mary, I'm going to finish off the melee racks.
There you go. That profit with Seer Stone. There you go. Very nice. The jump.
What?
Jibe.
Aziz is in. He's going to look for the jump. Stoikov's going to zip straight over towards Otake. He gets the setup in with the Vortex. Otake getting burst slow, still able to get the time lapse off in time. Jibe puts the BKB. Stoikov using the last bit of mana to get out to the side. Still got half of his mana pool left, so could look to get back in. BNC just standing his ground there with the BKB, pretty much finishing the life with the Death Prophet. They're able to do so. Stoikov zips back in to finish off the kill. He'll buy back straight away. He wants to keep this fight going. So TP over. BNC actually cancels his TP there. Opts to deal with the pressure of the doubt. I think we've had some sort of scrape past the 60 minutes, but this one's getting quite far into it. What the heck? It's on Supreme straight away. Ari's going to be there with the backup. Jumps in with the combo. Stoikov's ready to zip straight over towards the back lines. He's found Kadaro. Gets on top of the Wyvern. Palantimos trying to run, but Supreme pushes into the high ground. Is able to take him down. Buyback comes out from Palantimos. Dispose. Catches Supreme. So he jump forward with the Fallen Sky. Stoikov, he's looking towards the morph, but Supreme's out of full HP. Back up to full HP. The curse is off in time, but Kadaro does die. He's trapped the 2 of them. Stoikov won't have much mana to play with coming out at the end of this curse. BKB is back up though. BNC turns with the Hex on towards Ari. Drag him in as well with the Vortex back up towards the mid. They kill the morphing off once, but it's Palantimos out for good, dead for 2 minutes. This looking to be the game unless the 3 of them could do something insane. But there's 2 Rapiers, 1 on the Morph, 1 on the Weaver. As Into the Breach should have the tools to close this one up. The tier 4s are gone. Ancient exposed. Stoikov will give it one final attempt, but the BKBs are popped. Into the Breach, they'll look to shut this one down.
Wow. I still want DPS away. This gives them some good vision also to match up versus the Batrider. Huh. Interesting pick.
there for Kadaro.
He also could lose his
He
life.
might lose his life. As Kadaro getting very, very low. And he will die. BNC actually with that Crypt Swarm was able to get the kill first. So Water Rune Enjoyers will get first blood. But yeah, poor old ZYZZ loses. We'll see again. Supreme in the bots. He's heading over. And get on top of BNC. Ice Blast.
Off the mark.
Yeah, between the middle of the two of them. Does still clip Stoikov. BNC's trying to heal up with the Siphons. See if he's able to stay alive here. He's still living here. Supreme will get the grab though with the lasso onto Stoikov. BNC slowly but surely still goes down. They'll also find Mary off to the side who committed in to get the kill on Ari. There's 3 dead on Water and Enjoyers. Again, Supreme just with these moves, always involved. As the Bat Rider, it's making it very difficult for Water.
They're going to give the respect now to it. They're going to hesitate.
I mean, they know how difficult it is to make a move whilst this Bat's got the potential to get involved. Unless they catch Bat alone. Supreme.
Big play.
Caught by the grip. See if they can burst through him. TPs are coming in. The stun will actually catch the both of them. This might give them a chance to pick up both kills. As it does indeed. Palantimos gets the double. As the Light Strike Array catching them both. Catching Otaka as he TPs in. That's a massive couple of kills there for Water Rune Enjoys in the mid.
Just gets slightly clipped by it, right? The stun, the silence. Can't back up his Bat Rider. Very nice play camping the rune.
They might be able to get more. The toss back on Kadaro. Damage from Stoikov. It'll be enough to take him out. See Jibe desperate to take something in return as he tries to focus down Palantimos, but the Night Stalker's too tanky.
Used and BNC got killed there. And now they're going to go from again. Oh? Okay, go find him.
See if he can do anything to survive. The Siphons, no, Freezing Field's coming out. Ari's going to lay down the damage with the Ultimate. We'll get put to a stop by the Nightmare. Lasso onto BNC. Will set him up for Otaka to finish him off. The lose Ari in return. Otaka was going to jump in with the Chrono. Only catches the Tiny. But it will be another guaranteed kill on top of it all here for Into the Breach. And I've got to ask Fogged as well. Thoughts on this one? We've got a Midas on the Night Stalker.
I saw him go. And he will always be able to stick, like on the Void, if he is very farmed. He can actually solo kill the Void in a lot of situations. Until we get to those later stages. Because he's level 11. Void level 9 at the moment still. Getting a wraparound.
Oh, they get the grip on Otaka. To set things up, back into the silence of Palantimos. See if they can get Otaka away. They can't. Palantimos stays on top of him, takes him down.
Big Ice Blast, though.
They lose Mary, and they lose more here. Stoikov. He's got to run. Ari trying to get the catch, but the silence comes in from BNC. Stops Ari from being able to get any sort of setup still. The bird's in on top of Z's and BNC, bringing the Tiny down very, very low here. Z's off to the side. I'm going to continue to try and chase, but the Avalanche catches them. BKB's off in time for Supreme. It's on top of BNC. Visage getting pushed back to the side. The damage, it's enough. BNC will be able to take down Jibe. It will cost him his own life as Supreme cleans up.
Decent chase for it, though. Getting the Void. They do get hit by what? It looked like a 3 or 4 man Ice Blast, though, which allows Into the Breach to chase forward with Supreme. And he just picks up the BKB because he's so far ahead.
Z's shows his face in the river, but not for long.
Wanted to prevent this bottle refill. Supreme low mana, no longer invis bottom. Their mids can just explode off him. And haste to Arcane on the side of Into the Breach. DD for Lina. It's a regen. Baited. But can they catch something?
So they get the jump onto the Void. They get the toss back, but the Chrono is off in time. The Chrono's there onto the 2 of them and onto the big one, of course. Stoikov caught in it. As a toss gone wrong there. Otaka throwing the tip over towards Z's.
They don't get the full
always the threat. Yeah, the Light Strike was coming, but not before. And also, I believe, a wasted grip at the end of that as well. Attempted with the Fiend's grip, but immediately got stopped. Very unfortunate set of events there for Water Rune Enjoyers. And Supreme,
gonna lose.
He's going to look to push on for more. They get the jump in, lasso down onto Mary. We'll see Z's jump in and try and help out. Mary buying a bit of time here with the Self-Nightmare, but does still die. Does allow them to turn and take down Jibe in return. So Otaka, first life's gone. Palantimos, and on top of the AA, ends the life of Kadaro. Try and see if they can find more. A Time Walk and a TP gets Otaka back to safety.
Decent. Kadaro in mid. I mean, Ziz.
Oh, nice Nightmare dodge. May just give him a chance. We'll see, actually. Wow.
Uh-oh.
You see, he's got the BKB off in time. ODPixel has got a chrono if he wants to drop it, and he will.
Oh, nice one.
Be able to set up onto the two of them, catches BNC as well as Mary.
Beautiful chrono. They even saw Stoikov, I guess, in the back, but can't quite catch him. That chronosphere.
With the scan, they know that they're coming down this top lane.
Okay.
Palantimos, he's trying to set up for the trees. They get the jump onto the AA. Immediate move to the back lines. See at the same time, Void trying to initiate the front. He's dropped the chrono and he's caught Stoikov. They got enough damage to take him out. Defensive Nightmare comes in. He'll give Stoikov the chance to put the BKB. Toss over to the side. Stoikov will live through that attempt off the back of the chrono. And now into the breach. They've got to retreat. Supreme getting chased down.
He's dead.
He's actually going to end up ticking out there to the damage the BNC was able to get out on top of him. As an excellent hold there outside of the tier 2 from Water Rune Enjoyers.
To actually get those spells off as we saw last time.
Just going to start it. Z's going to get caught at the front of it all. And we'll be able to get the toss over towards the Palantimos there. As Palantimos gets handed Kadaro.
We'll take her.
And there's immediate buyback. In fact, Lagoon, he's just taking him out on his own. Stoikov. The full combo and the DD coming into action. As ODPixel goes down, and they're of course going to chase on for more here. Water Rune enjoys. Palantimos finding Ari. Jibe, of course, left behind. There's no one else to help him. Supreme's already just completely left the area and gone down towards the bottom lane. He knows there's nothing more to be had here.
And
as Water Rune
up.
enjoys, they can
Tough position now for Into the Breach. Versus this Aegis versus
Kadaro.
Awakens as well. Kadaro, it's a gem.
And they're going to get the setup. Toss back from Z's. Let's see the jump for ODPixel. Gets the chrono out of the two of them. But where's the damage? There's a silence at the moment on the AA. So Kadaro's blast coming out a bit late. Means that it doesn't hit anything at all. Now Stoikov does get grabbed out by the lasso, but of course he has the Aegis. He's going to be back for another round. ODPixel getting chased out by BNC. Will manage to get the time walk off, but now overall it's just Water Rune Enjoyers ready to chase them down, and they may even be able to close up on the ODPixel Void here as he's got nowhere else to run. The fear pushes him back. Water Rune Enjoyers now 10k up as solidly performing in these team fights.
That river fight, but yeah. This little final thing. I was like, there was something I was forgetting, but ODPixel gets spotted.
And Chrono's back up. See Supreme. Is able to get the
one.
lasso off in time. Do they have the damage? Now Palantimos is final. ODPixel jumps in. He's only managed to catch the Bane in the Chrono. Will get the kill, but now he's so low here. Stoikov jumps in. Laguna Blade finishes off ODPixel. As another fight where the chrono is just not good enough to cut it here for the team, and we see again the tips just being fired the way of ODPixel. They know how much he's struggling in this game to find these opportunities to set up for the team fight that Into the Breach need to find if they want to have any chance of holding back against Water Rune Enjoyers.
Yeah, he's jumping in.
They're Into the Breach. They're holding this high ground area for now. Starting to step out.
Kadaro's in the front lines. That's the AA. He's got to be careful.
Supreme, he's going to try and jump across them and look for them, but already Z's and BNC, they've made the move on top of them. ODPixel will be able to get the chrono, does catch the three of them. Never catch the lead off to the side, but a defensive Nightmare comes in, and Stoikov, he's able to survive, get the BKB off. Mary turns, grip, Laguna thrown down onto ODPixel, they blow up the Void. Supreme will opt for a lasso over towards Mary. Finally, they kill the Bane, but they've lost 3 heroes. Kadaro having to buy back here on Into the Breach, make that 4. It's a triple kill for Palantimos. As once again, these team fights just all over the place for Into the Breach. It just seems to be too much for them to deal with right now. Water Rune enjoys continuing to overrun them in the team fights.
The Night Stalker pick is honestly just crushing it. Again, he blinks into the AA. He gets the support.
I know, he blinks in on top of them. They're not going to be able to run from him.
They're not going anywhere.
Doesn't matter how slow he's moving. They'll be moving slower.
Look at him go, 457 move speed.
Here we go, charging in. ODPixel's already put the BKB. He's going to try and help Jibe. He'll jump across. There's no chrono, of course. So a bit of an awkward move. They'll lose Jibe. Now he gets caught immediately by the grip. Tried to jump back in as the chrono came back up online, but Mary grabs him. 3 dead. Soon to be 4 by the looks of it, was Supreme getting found by the Light Strike Array from Stoikov. It looks like we're going to be going to a game 3, Fogged.
It definitely is. What a wow. Palantir with a nice stock. Yeah, they better tip him. whoever recommended that last
I mean,
pick
whoever
also,
made
it's
that
worked
call.
perfectly.
Yeah, it really has. They'll get another kill on Jibe here. Or maybe not. Stonefall might prevent that before the game's over. So
Wow.
there we have it. GG is called. Water Rune enjoys taking this game too. And they did not look... this was not a shaky victory. Like...
Looks good.
Face the light.
It's going to be Dawn
nice
for the
try,
offlane.
nice try.
When I want a bit of save, want a bit of backup. Dawn's going to be strong in that. It will be Ari Ricky, so don't worry, you're not getting...
Until those siphon levels do build up. 1 for 1.
Got the frostbite. They got the damage to take down Z. Some good body blocks from our taker, and that will set up for first blood for himself.
Lots of damage between them. Ari also not KSing. There you go. That's the important thing is the Ricky too. He had an option more. Look to turn up to these tower defenses and stuff like that. Or even just hold his mid tower a little longer with his Wyvern. Something along those lines. Glyph comes out, looking to go for the Lina.
They're trying to do something mid. Z's. Look at the toss back.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, Shrapnel onto himself. He will immediately TP.
Oh.
But he's... Oh, what happened there, folks?
He thought he was getting tossed on top of, so he shrapnels his face, but not the case. And Pudge is mid lane and gets an easy toss backs. Yeah, they'll back it up. Now they can maybe catch someone on the side here. They have this Hawk that's scouting inside the base.
I mean, you saw her take. He was tempted to maybe reach in and grab someone.
Oh, he's hooked.
There's the setup. CZ's trying to help out, but there's no saving, and now he may have put his own life at risk. As Supreme finds the Light Strike Array, they'll be able to get both of them.
This is the end of the breach that we came to see. Nothing that Water Rune Enjoyers can do versus them.
Rounded right. Like, getting the hook on the respawn is not going to be easy.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm totally joking. But yeah, it's been the case for this patch for quite some time now. Breaking high ground, even when you have these leads, can be difficult. Big hook.
Again, he finds him every time, Mary. Poor old Mary, I take her.
Palantimos.
It's going to get roared immediately after the BKB. Sleep Dart thrown the way of Stoikov. They'll back away.
They don't have their big right-click DPS of Lina, but Otaker's looking for another.
There's the setup. Hawk comes crashing down onto Z's. I'll buy all the time that's necessary for Otaker to find that. And indeed, the range hit that Ari could set up. They'll try and join forces around the sniper to help out. Stoikov's got to pop it back. That the first 2 games have just been as crazy as they have been. For instance, the what? BKB's there in time still, though. Dismember, of course, we'll grab him. Supreme's in with a Hex onto the sniper. The Golden Embrace. Stoikov, he's getting kept alive. They're trying to force him back to the high ground, but Supreme, will he still find his final right clicks? He does. The crit comes in. Stoikov goes down. Supreme, he's ready to clean up. Double kill for him. Turns over towards BNC. It's going to be another kill here for Into the Breach. 3 dead on Water Rune Enjoyers, and they're not done yet. Into the Breach moving up to the high ground. You see Kadara just charging beyond the tier 3s. Everybody dead. It's a buyback for Stoikov, but the Hex is there. They'll clean it up, and I think with that, they might have finally found the way to close this game up.
Okay, I thought they'd wait for Rush, but they get caught outside the base. Water Rune Enjoyers try to make a play outside, and they just get completely handled as expected. If they try to fight, yep, that's it. Wyvern's going to respawn, but this game,
maybe a 5-man curse.
Get a kill. Get Mary a kill. He's gone. He's keeping outside.
He's been hooked. A tier 4's falling. Water Rune Enjoyers. Short road coming to an end. As GG is called. Into the Breach will manage to hold on and move on.
I mean, they made them really work for this, though. One of the longer 2 games that I feel like we've had.
Right.